Hello, my name is Ece, and for today I'm going to talk about Gothic elements in Frankenstein. But first, what is Gothic literature? In England, in the late 18th-19th century, the Gothic genre became popular because of the popularity of science and industry. The Gothic genre is basically a story that combines horror and romanticism. Top elements of the Gothic literature. Castles. Castles are the most needed ingredient of the Gothic literature. For example, when I see a big castle, I feel myself as so little and so alone that it gives me the creeps. And the story could have imprisonment story, and there should be extreme emotions like anger, terror, rage, passion. And there should be supernatural creatures like vampires or werewolves. And what's a gothic novel without supernatural creatures in it, right? And there should be dark and gloomy weather and dangerous locations for the sake of the setting and for the sake of the reader's feelings about this novel. And there should be badly treated characters, and of course there should be violence. The novel Frankenstein. This book was written as Gothic fiction by Mary Shelley in 1818 when science gained a lot of importance and scientific debuts took place. Gothic elements in Frankenstein. Location. Locations should be dangerous and mysterious for readers for the sake of setting. And our story begins in the North Pole, and I think North Pole gives me the feeling of isolation from people and a feeling of solitude. And the Frankenstein's laboratory. It's creepy and mysterious, but at that time people didn't know what a laboratory is or what's inside of it, so it should be a more mysterious than now to us. And weather plays a huge role while setting the mood for a story for readers. In Frankenstein, there is dark, gloomy, stormy weather, a thick fog, cold northern breeze, and a blizzard. And I noticed that the author didn't use snowy weather. She used cold northern breeze to evoke some feelings and to describe the setting. And we have a character that badly treated, Frankenstein's monster. Monster claims that he is a good creature, but Victor rejects his own creation and calls him a monster, pure evil. After rejected by him twice, the creature becomes a monster, a bloody murderer. And we said there should be extreme emotions like Monster's anger, his feeling of revenge, and Victor's fear. Actually, the Victor's fear was so big that he died from it, the brain fever. And the language. We have a language that is descriptive, dramatic sentences, such as his body dreadfully emaciated by fatigue and suffering. His eyes have generally an expression of wildness and even madness. She used a lot of describing sentences and everything has negative connotations and it was really hard to read for me, actually. And the supernatural experiment and the monster. The idea of bringing someone or something back to life. This idea gives me the creeps and this is horrifying, and as a child when I saw this book's movie first, I saw a lot of nightmares about it, and this is so creepy and supernatural, and some say it's against a lot of religions. And Victor puts together this huge creature out of dead bodies and farm animal parts, which is horrifying. Victor was seeking for a corpse, and this was really terrifying for me. And his obsession with reanimation, it's not healthy. And the monster, his proportions were really wrong compared to a normal human body. He has yellow skin and his hair and lips were black. And the violence. The family in the cottage whacked the monster with a shovel, and the monster killed Victor's wife, brother, and his family because he was seeking for revenge from Victor for rejecting him. So it turned the monster to a really monster, the bloody murderer. And that's all my ideas for Gothic elements in the Frankenstein. Thank you for listening to me.